Well, today we are in Industry of Cool with the coolest person I know. I'm gonna cry, but I'm not going to because he told me not to. My husband, Hector Zea, DJ Zea, Zea Studios, Creative Club Zea.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here. Well,
We live
we
together.
live together. We do. I can't believe you said yes, but
Of course.
So no, really, you are the coolest person I know.
Thank you. I think you're the coolest person I know.
Okay, I'm so glad though because we're married, so I'm so glad. So it's funny because I normally, you normally see coolness in people from like one section, like their creativity or I think you're cool all around. And I don't know if it's because I've known you for so long that when I first met you as a DJ, I thought you were such a cool kid. Literally. And I remember when I first met you, you had just won like a DJ battle, right?
Yeah.
The Louis battle. And the thing is that I didn't think you were cool because you were DJing, because we all knew a lot of DJs, but it was because you were so different. And then when I met you at your home, like when I went to your house, I thought that was cool because I thought your family structure, like where you came from, was cool as well. And then over the years, everything has just like you become cool in different areas. But before that, I want to know what you think is cool.
Like, what do I think is cool in general?
Yeah.
I think now being older, I feel like the coolest thing is like being able to be comfortable with yourself, like whatever that is, like whatever you think is cool of yourself, like I feel like that's super cool. And you can see that like in people, like the way they carry themselves and like that they're themselves all the time with everyone. And they don't care how that makes other people feel, or they don't change for depending on who's around or who's not around. I think that's cool.
I agree with you. And I think you are that. Like you always show a lot of integrity and a lot of honesty, and you've been really loyal to like all those people closest to you. It's really impressive. Like I see your surrounding and I'm like, that's crazy. Like you've known people for years and I see you how you treat people, and honestly that has been the coolest thing about you, how you treat others and how you're so thoughtful and you're so mysterious. Because when I met you, I was like, dude, this guy, I don't know what he's feeling. I don't know, like, who is this guy? That was my main thing. And I think that's what I thought was so cool, because I was like, I want to know him.
I wasn't trying to be like a mysterious cool guy, like from Greece, or like, who's that guy? Like, it was more like my friends would say I was like so vague.
You were so vague.
Like, I would speak in like general terms. I never wanted to be like, I don't know what that is, but I just like I didn't want to be anything is for certain, or maybe like I didn't want to let someone down. Nothing crazy, just like I don't know. I'm thinking of going, but I was gonna go.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to say, hey, I'm gonna be there.
But I think that's cool because even at such a young age, you were very like conscious about like not letting people down. Like, and the thing is that I have met a lot of people that were the opposite. That like, and it's common to me. People are like, yeah, I'll do it for sure, and then maybe things wouldn't happen. You were like the opposite, but you weren't trying, and I think that is what makes you authentic. Like you were just being, and whatever that meant in that time, I saw that transform throughout the years to like an adult and like a father and a husband, and you have stayed solid.
Thank you.
For so long.
It's the best podcast I've ever been on. Tell me more.
No, it's true, I do want to ask you, when you started DJing, which it was such a young age, was there a part of you that was like, I want to start DJing because I want to feel cooler?
I mean, for sure, I think there is that little bit part of you, like as a young boy, that you're like, oh, this is something cool. That like, obviously, like DJing is, I guess, to a lot of people cool, but it was definitely more of like I just kind of fell in love with like the act of DJing. Like just I just kept wanting to learn more about it. Like it was very interesting to me. And I think the cool factor was like that I was already going out. Like we're just getting to an age where like we're going out on the weekends. There was parties, and then there's like DJs at those parties, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So like, I guess yeah, because I thought it was cool, but it wasn't what it is now. So the DJs back then weren't like all Mr. Popular, like getting all the girls or like having the most friends. It was just like the dude in the corner that was like into his thing.
Yeah.
But like, it was just a crazy, like, it was crazy because like they're kind of like introverted, but they were the ones causing the party to happen.
Right.
So it's like you're the center of attention without being the center of attention, and that was kind of like
Which is
my thing when I
awesome.
was younger. Like I wanted like to be in everything, but like not be in everything.
right. And later on, so after you become a DJ, then you leave Miami. When have you been like at your lowest point that you're like, oh, I'm not cool at all? Like I don't like myself at all. Like
What a question. I mean, I think talking about leaving Miami, I think for sure just moving to Vegas and living that life. I think, like I always say, don't get lost in the sauce, because like I kind of did get lost in the sauce, where it was just like I woke up one day and I was like, all right, like I get it, I'm a DJ, but I think I'm using the word DJ as an excuse for a lot of things,
like what?
like drinking, being unhealthy, like going out all the time, and just like not making the best decisions. And like it was just like, we've all had those nights, especially like in nightlife or DJing, where you wake up the next day and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then like getting a text or like a call or something, and you're like, what happened? I think it was just like one of those that I was like, it wasn't anything particular, but it was like a common culmination of like a bunch of little moments that I had to stop myself and be like, okay, like if I ever want to have like a family or things like that, I kind of have to like really reevaluate what I'm doing, and like, is this even what I really want to pursue? But I think it was like being in Vegas, I literally got lost in the sauce, and like I just didn't like that I was unhealthy. I was like overweight, and I didn't even notice. That was like the weird part. That
That's crazy.
like I'm like a healthy, conscious.
Super.
I love working out, this and that. But I just woke up one day. I'm like, how am I weighing this much? But not that I know how I weighed this much. I kept eating like at 4 a.m. every night and drinking.
Yeah.
But I didn't even see it. That was like was mind blowing to me. That one day I was like, wait a minute. And then like I weighed myself. I'm like, nah. And I think that's actually what like broke the straw that broke or whatever.
Yeah.
That I was like, nah. And then just coming more and more back and forth from Vegas to Miami, and seeing you a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just like, yeah, like nah, I can't be living this life. And living over there, you see a lot of stories and people that people don't, they wake up when it's too late.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be one of those.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever too late.
No.
But I do think it's good that you caught it at the time that you did. I saw that switch. Like, I remember seeing you before, and then you would come from Vegas and we would go, like, watch a movie because that was our thing to do, or go eat. And then your conversations just started to change. Like, a change happened within you that you started talking about, like, family and all of this. And I was like, whoa, what's happening here? What life? So that was like, so I was going to ask you, when you figured it out, what was like the first thing that you did physically that made you feel at your essence, like it brought you back, either like your inner child, that you're like, okay, this is the person I'm meant to be? Was it like working out? Was it drinking a lot of water? Like breathing, faith?
I think it was a little bit of everything. I think I feel like, for better or worse, I'm like a child of the internet. And I think like I think also like it's like what you consume is like heavily influences you. And I think I was so wrapped up in the DJing that like that's all I was consuming. Like whether it was good or bad, like how to do this better, how to do this, how to that. Oh, that guy's doing that. I want to do that, this, and that. So it's kind of like I just kind of went back to like, all right, like obviously first I need to start working out again every day. I need to eat healthy. I like just went cold turkey everything. Like got super back in shape.
Wow.
Which over there. Not, I didn't move back. I got back in shape over there because I was like, nah, I can't like wait. Like I gotta just start. And then I just like everything. I guess I kind of shifted like what I was consuming and the things I was doing. Like I started reading more. I started like watching a lot of Gary V, like all those guys. Like and
Your
they're
best
like,
friend.
yeah, like oh, there's other things I could do in my spare time, not just like recover from the last night.
No, that is so attractive.
Thanks.
Wait,
You're into it? What's up?
I'm so into it.
Okay.
But hold on.
It's a podcast, man.
Hold on. But I was gonna say that I lost my train of thought.
What's up?
Wait. Yeah, man. Like it's just so impressive because I'm gonna tell you something. Like I feel like especially in the industry where you have to be out and drinking, and that kind of goes with what you do. You were able to like step back and take a different direction, and like your mind is so strong. Like you're like, I'm gonna do this so I get it done, and I'm gonna work out, and I know it probably wasn't as easy as I'm saying it,
Right.
but I think that's amazing and is very impressive because I feel like when you're not doing those things of like going out and drinking and doing this and that. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The integrity part has always been like so essential to who's like a human being's like authenticity and essential, like their essence. And I feel like sometimes in those jobs or like in the arts, like you have to be this person when you're like DJing. And then you have to be this person with the owner of a club, and then that whole thing can get blurry. And then you see these people, or I don't know, I'm not talking about anyone specific, but then you're just like, but who are you?
Yeah.
And like,
And it's like tiring too, because at the moment you're just trying to like pay your dues and work your way up. So you're like, and you're young, so you're willing to like kind of blend in and like be a chameleon in certain situations. But then you start like, why is this like annoying me? Like, why is this? And then I mean, you've probably witnessed a couple of moments where I should have been different, and I was like a little bitch, right? I still think back, and we were talking about one the other day where it's like people talking to you a certain way just because they think like they're in a setting that like you can talk to me like that, where it's like,
yeah, I saw that a lot.
I'm a human, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but I think that was always even before. Like, I remember working at Best Buy and someone just like telling me, hey, Hector, why is your face so down? Like, put on a smile, or like just giving me attitude. I'm like, bro, I know you're a manager, but like,
But that's also not going to make me happy. Yeah. That's actually going to make me do the opposite.
I'll quit right now and fight.
Yeah. You want to go outside?
like, I don't know. I think I always had a thing with authority too. So then like maybe because you think like you're a DJ, so like you don't have to answer to anyone, but there is certain times where you do, and that part probably didn't.
Yeah. I mean, but it also maybe taught you to be a good person. Like, yeah, I don't want to be like that. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to.
For sure.
I don't want to talk to people like that. And that, I think those moments even have like a learning experience where you can be like, yo, I'm never going to either let someone talk to me like that, or I'm never going to treat someone like that.
No, 100%. And even also, it taught me, I think, a lot that like nothing is guaranteed. Like, you could be the guy one day, 1 month, 1 year. Like you could be riding the top of the wave, and then the next day something could happen, or someone wakes up, or someone gets fired, or whatever, and everything's like gone, or a pandemic happens, or whatever. But specifically with DJing, like I feel like that. Like I always say with everything, like I don't believe it until my hand touches the vinyl. But like I use that metaphor for like everything. Like I'm not gonna get excited until like we're doing it.
Yeah. And I think that brings me to a new thing of like, I've seen you in so many different areas, but I've always seen your essence. Like, I've always seen you. Like, I've always known. And I don't know, I feel like that's a gift from above, because I've always been like, this man is going to be amazing. Like, because he is amazing. But, like, sometimes we have to get through, like, the rough moments to, like, shape up
Yeah, but sometimes you
whole
need
thing.
someone like you to tell the
Well,
person that can't
very
see it.
difficult conversations,
Yeah,
but
but
worth
sometimes
it.
we can't see it. We need like an outer perspective because we're so like tunnel vision to something that we like don't notice. Like,
And it becomes normal. I think when you're in that situation, you're just like, well, this is like my norm. You don't even think it's toxic or anything. You're just like, well, this is.
yeah, it's comfortable
And
too.
you also taught me different too, because I came from a different atmosphere. And then I was like, oh, wait, like, look at this guy. But where you are now at Cultura Media House.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Literally in here right now.
I always saw you here. Like who you are. Not like literally I saw this place and I'm like, guys, I'm
Like,
not
damn,
saying
I didn't
that
see it at all.
was no, but I'm saying like you always yearned for this. Like
Yeah.
you always knew this is what you wanted to do. And I feel like the time was right now for all of you guys that are here. So you finding this space as a brand new father, because it was literally like newborn time. How did that help you bring yourself to your essence and to your good space and to your coolness?
Wow. Great question, man.
Thank you.
You're really good at this.
Oh, thanks. I learned from you listening to Creative Club Pod and the
It's
Thrillist.
just a compliment fest in here. I love it.
I only speak the truth,
The truth.
my truth.
So I think this place has been, I don't even think we knew at the time how it was happening or why it was happening, but it was just happening. Yeah. And like you said, it was something that I was always wanting to do, but I just didn't know exactly what that looked like. And I think everyone that's a part of it had the same seed in their brain, but we didn't understand it until like we all came together. So I think it's just been like it's inspiring, it's motivational, and just having like a group of guys and girls too that are around us that just push us in a positive direction and just like always have a support system, whether it's for a creative project, work, or just personal. It's been amazing. It's rare. It's not like we always say, like we have to protect it at all costs, because sometimes we forget, and then like last week we'll have like a crazy week and we're reminded like, oh yeah, like
This isn't normal.
this isn't normal. Like what are we
it's
doing
not.
here? But people from the outside that come in are like reminding us, and we're like, yeah, like we gotta keep pushing. We gotta protect it, and because I mean it's something that like I think all of us, like I said, has had the idea for a long time, and we've kind of even done it in certain forms, or like even like me and Roby making videos in my backyard like years ago. Like we were just like, we knew like that's kind of what we were like into, but we just didn't know where to put that energy. But I think it's just like rare to find a group that just it all like lines up, because even you could, in theory, like try to do it. But it's like with anything, not even just this, like getting the right group that like it all makes sense. It's like crazy hard.
But I feel like it's a God gift, because you guys, well, I can talk about you because I've known you for like 10, 14 years.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, for like 14 years. You've worked really hard for this, and I think all of you guys have. I feel like it was just the right moment that you guys came together, and I love this place. It's been good for my mental health too. It's been giving me an outlet to be creative the way I know how to be, and it's all thanks to you firstly, and then the guys and then that are like now like family. Okay, so I think we should talk about Interstellar.
All right.
That's your.
We got out of that one.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No, thank you for having me.
Do you think you're cool?
I think I am cool in that definition I gave you earlier that I'm cool with being my cool now. So
I love that.
I'm cool.
Who's the coolest person you know, other than me?
Okay. Isabella Zea.
I knew it.
Our daughter.
She's just like you and me. So, Interstellar, you picked that movie. The saddest film ever. I mean, I'm still like emotionally, you know, when you watch a movie and well, I don't know if this happens to you guys.
No.
But I want to cry so much after certain things. And oh my God.
It's crazy because we rewatched it this weekend. And I mean, I'm sure I've cried with it before. But like, I think, you know, like when you're holding back tears that you're trying so hard that your face hurts.
I heard that's unhealthy. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's unhealthy because he has to come out.
I think that like yesterday or whenever we watched it was like the toughest one because it was like every time you watch it is different and it's different perspective, but like that was.
I wonder
It's
what
a roller
it is,
coaster.
though, that you watch it and you're like, I've never watched this part. Or, oh, I forgot Matt Damon is in this film. Or, oh my gosh, like I totally forgot Timothy Chalamet was part of it.
Chalamet. No, but it's like because I mean, it's with every movie, like even like something like The Sandlot or something. It's like you get older and then like your brain changes and now it's like you're watching it through a different lens. It's like the way I watched Interstellar in 2014 or 2013 is
He was 14, yeah.
how I'm watching it
Now, as a father.
or 5 years ago or 8 years ago or like.
So, man, I just think, first of all, the greatest soundtrack
No, yeah.
of the last decade, at
That's
least.
like
Wait, was it decade? 2 decades.
the score of like that whole entire movie is like
And you know how it
part of
happened?
it. Tell me how.
Like Christopher Nolan hit up Hans Zimmer,
Zimmer.
and was like, he just explained what he was going for. He explained the scene of Matthew McConaughey and him having his kids in front, you know, catching up on those 23 years. And he's like, okay, create something. Not even seeing anything. And this guy's like, okay, you want to like send me? And he's like, no, just like do your thing. If we see this and that, we'll send you what you need. Da, 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 da. He just created this incredible piece.
Nah, it's like a big part of the movie that makes it so incredible, 100%. And then like the way they use the score to like line up certain things with scenes that like have an actual meaning, or like the ticks represent a year going by when they land on the planet.
That scene pissed me off so much. I'm like, Anne Hathaway, you better get your ass in the spaceship right now. I was so mad.
It's always a chick, man. What?
Oh my God. No, don't, please.
Yeah, but I mean.
But I then I understood, because she was very like, I need this data. I need to get this too. But then I'm like, girl, how are you going to pick that up? Like, you need help with that. And then it's like, oh my gosh, when he's like, it's a mountain. It's like, that's not. Okay, Matthew McConaughey, incredible. Like, do you see any other actor playing this Cooper?
Nah, man, it's like, I love, like I always say, like that scene where he's just got back and his 23 years has passed. Like he says it, like it was one take.
No, mind you, there was no rehearsal.
No rehearsal, no nothing.
He sat down and they were gonna do rehearsal, and he went like this.
He said after the first take is acting, baby.
Like that? Say it again.
It's acting, baby.
Oh yeah, no, that was like.
Well, you know what I mean, but
I know exactly what you mean, and I agree with him. I agree with him.
And like you see it, like.
Oh my gosh, the way. Okay, first of all, it's really rare to see a man crying on screen. But the way this man just like there's no way. I don't think I've ever seen that scene and not cried with him.
But that's what I feel like. Even the story of Interstellar and like the script is like crazy, because sometimes I watch movies and I'm like, man, how's that guy crying right now? Like it's like it's sad, but like it's like a hard moment to cry in. But like I feel like even as an actor, like that's the scene you're presented with, and then like you see the kids pop up. It's been 23 years, so you just start crying, because it's like
it's so real,
perfect
it's
how
your
they nailed
whole
it.
Life. And it's hard because this man is stuck between being a father, taking care of his kids, being a model for them. You know, he lost his wife, And then it's the other side of him that he's had a dream of exploring space for a really long time before having kids. So it's like, what do? I need to save my kids. I need to sacrifice and go out there, even though I might not watch them grow up. And my daughter got so... Okay, that's another thing. Murphy being so mad at him and the way they left things. Mind you, the actress that plays the older Murphy, in that moment that she is like doing her monologue of like, you son of a bitch, that was the first time she acted in the film. Like, that was the first scene she recorded, which she explained it, and it was brilliant. But then that when she saw the film and see where her part goes, and then she sees Matthew McConaughey crying, it's just such a powerful piece to be a part of that. But just the way they left things is so messed up.
Sad.
It's so sad. Like,
but he had to go. He did it for her.
Well, she was the one that was chosen. This whole time you're thinking it's Cooper,
right,
but it's really Murphy.
He had to go in order to save not only the world, but give them a hope that they could live on.
Would you leave Isabella?
I don't know if I could do it, man. That's because it's like, but it's like, I don't know, because you're in that situation. It's like, that is the power of like love. It's like, he doesn't want to leave her, obviously, but there's like a thought in his mind that if he doesn't go, then these guys have no chance, and then we all have no chance, and then my daughter might not live to see the future.
Her kids and her grandkids.
So he's making that sacrifice. I mean, they're all making a sacrifice, which is like, even Anne Hathaway is like,
yeah.
Her thing is like, she wants a future of humanity. She wants to help her dad's life work, like be seen and not be seen, but like help human civilization live on. And then even like the asshole Matt Damon, he is so like convinced that his mission is like for the greater good, that he's willing to do what he did to Cooper.
Yeah.
So they all have like their own way to rationalize like why they're doing these things, but like it's just crazy, like the human mind, what it'll drive you to do. And now when I find out at the end, it was because it was for Murphy, like for whole the human life. But as Matthew McConaughey's character Cooper, he's caring about Murphy. That's the main person he's thinking about, and his son. But he kind of just was like,
yeah, it's like,
all right, Chalamet, you're good.
Chalamet. It's funny. I saw this clip that he went to the theater like 12 times to watch it, because that was the first time. No.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet.
That's his first film.
That was like his first real film. And but that he went home, he went to see it like 12 times, but I guess I don't know what time he went home and he started crying. And it was because the monologue that he had worked on
was cut.
It wasn't cut. He just was on Matthew McConaughey the entire time. And then he just felt like it was this giant thing, but he never came out. It was just his voice. Yeah, it's normal.
Come on, man.
It's Matthew McConaughey. All right. What's your favorite Matthew McConaughey film?
I cannot say Interstellar.
Mine is Dazed and Confused. And then, no, I'm kidding. Mine is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. One
of my other favorite films that he's in is a smaller part, but he still kills it, is Tropic Thunder.
He's in it?
Yeah, he's Ben Stiller's agent.
Shut your mouth.
Him and Tom Cruise have like the low-key parts that are like amazing.
I think he's such an example of like, you, no matter what age you are, you can still play a lead role, and you can still, like when he did Dazed and Confused, which was his like first film, he was already not that young.
And I've heard him talk about like he was like the rom-com king, like right after 10 Things what is it?
How to Lose a Guy
in 10 Days. Like basically he could have made any rom-com movie and gotten paid millions, but he was like, okay, I need to like stop, because if I want to be serious actor, I want to do like work I care about, I gotta stop doing these. And he just like went cold turkey, and no one called him for a minute. And then I forgot what movie he came back with. That
was it. What, Wolf of Wall Street, or was it that other one that earlier. The cowboy guy?
The Dallas Buyers.
Yeah,
film? I think it was earlier, where that's when he started getting everything that he's got.
Oh, I didn't know. Anne Hathaway's role, Dr. Amelia Brand. Do you think that could have been played from like by any other actress, or she did the perfect job with it?
I mean, I don't know. I think there's certain ones that maybe, but I feel like the movie is what it is because everyone was a part
I think
of it.
I could have done it.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
you could have done all the scenes, but I don't
No,
know.
I think she did an amazing job. I think it's one of her
No,
best
it's
films.
not that even
And
it's amazing. It's that like it had to be her so that Matthew McConaughey could be who he was in the movie. You get what I'm saying?
No, totally. That's how you act. You don't act for yourself. You act. But also, I heard that when she found out she was doing the role, she put on the astronaut suit and she did like miles running to build that stamina. So her role was for her because I think you need to put extra work for a film like that. That's crazy.
I mean, I think we could do a sequel.
I think so too. You want to try it now?
We're ready.
Let's do a scene. No. Kidding. If you're down. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so what else did we have to say about Interstellar? We definitely have to watch it again because there's always something. Okay, so that fan theory of he's actually dead, and when she's passing away, he shows up and is trying to help her transition to the other life.
I think.
I don't know.
No, I mean, it's not really plausible because, well, number one, everyone acknowledges him in the room.
Not really. They just look at him, but they don't say hi to him.
But he steals the jet after, and that's clearly shown that like
he steals it.
You weren't paying, you were already on your phone at the end there.
He steals the jet.
Come on, you didn't see the last minute of the movie?
Yeah, I saw it. He just puts the thing on. He goes to look for Dr. Brand because she tells him to.
Yeah, but you literally didn't. You missed that part because they don't. He didn't like ask permission. Like,
because it's his.
No, but he had like you didn't see the guy was checking, like he was doing the roll call of all the planes, and then he snuck in with the AI robot, and then he flew off, and then the guy in the morning comes back, and they're like, "Where's the jet?"
I didn't see that
because that's what he was born to do.
Maybe he was dead. He was a ghost, and he took the jet. No one saw him walk past. I'm kidding. I don't know.
But that's the other thing I love about the movie that like then. It's like one of those movies where then after you gotta go do a little research. You gotta go see, okay, how do the timelines? You gotta get some more explanations.
There was a doctor. I don't know. I don't remember his name. He was on set, like kind of like fact checking things.
Scientist or a doctor?
Yeah, a scientist. Sorry,
it's a different field.
Is it Dr. Brand?
But
she was a scientist.
But that's the cool part. But that also there's things that there's like. I guess plot holes that are you're getting comfortable. There's plot holes that are that people say, oh, that would never happen, or that's actually impossible, but that's what's cool. But also the movie is like one of those space movies because I've seen a lot of space movies where you're like,
I think your space movies are like my war movies.
Yeah,
love it.
It's like I'm just fascinated by like space, but I think there's the way they do it is like. You're watching it, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, or like, I mean, that's insane, but I could see it happening. Whereas other movies are like, yeah, like
that would never happen.
Armageddon, like that's not gonna happen.
Well, but I think it's because of that they had a scientist on set, like saying like that is very doable, like it could happen. And I think even you guys Google it at home, but there's a part that there's an image. Oh, because he was playing real images. Like, it wasn't just like a green screen while they were on the spaceship. They were they were reacting to real life, which is amazing because it just
even
adds
how they
the atmosphere.
shoot the space scenes that aren't like obviously real is like they did it like frame by frame by frame by frame.
But that there was something, I don't know, in scientific terms, I'm sorry guys, but there's like an image of something that hadn't been looked at that time in 2014. Years later, it comes out, they discovered it, and it's pretty similar.
Wow.
Yeah, Google it, because I read it, but scientifically, I don't know. Would you go to space?
Yeah. Really? If I could come back for sure, yeah. For like a day.
Gosh, I have dreams like that. I have dreams.
Had a lot of dreams.
Be right back. Look what happened to Matthew McConaughey. Be right back.
120 years.
And Hathaway get in the spaceship. And then, I can't. It gets me. Even when we went to that place in
Kennedy
Florida,
Space Center.
Kennedy Space Center, when we were gonna go into the space, I was freaking out. Like I was like, and I have dreams like that I'm getting ready to go on the.
No, I don't, not the like actually being in outer space and floating, like that scene where he gets knocked out of
my
the
God.
ejected from his ship and then he goes into the black hole, but he's floating for a bit there. Like that is like scary, but like actual space it's infinite.
I mean, I'll support you no matter what you decide to do.
Thank you.
If they call you tomorrow, you know,
I mean, they might
you look good in that uniform.
they might hear this podcast and request me.
No, guys. Hold on. I was gonna tell you something.
About the movie?
No, we're done with the movie. Now we're gonna
okay.
go into a little game.
Oh.
Normally, I ask people to pick a number. Pick a number from 4 to 10. No, 4 to... Hold on. 4 to 9. No, 4 to
4.
9. 4? Okay. What's your favorite joke?
Joke?
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot all the jokes. Any dad joke.
Any dad joke? Come on.
Man, I can't think of any jokes. I haven't told a joke in a long time. Like just a straight up joke.
Let's think of one. Oh my God.
I know so many too. I used to like Google jokes and print them out and take them to school. That was a thing.
What?
We would like you go online, you search for jokes and you just print them all out. And then I would go the next day and be like, look at this joke. I just forgot about that till right now.
I've never heard of that before.
It's like you print out jokes or print out like cheat codes for video games and you just go and share them. But like on a paper.
Life was good. Life was so good.
It was
I
like
wish they did that in
literally
schools
10
now. We need
pages
it.
of jokes like that. Pop, pop.
I know one in Spanish.
Okay.
¿Cuál
tell
es
me.
el último animal del mar?
No sé.
El delfín.
That's a good one.
You're welcome. I said it for both. I made
you.
Junior laugh. So
Thank you. No, it's good. I've never heard that one. So
I've told you it.
no.
No?
I wouldn't
In the group
remember.
chat eventos. They always think. Okay. Oh, you saw the answer.
I can't see that far.
Okay. The line. I know who I am. I'm the dude playing the dude. Disguised as another dude.
Robert Downey Jr. in
It's
Tropic
from
Thunder.
what Ben Stiller comedy? That's one of your top fives.
Robert Downey Jr.
I
in
picked it
Tropic
just for you.
Thunder. What's the character's name? I forgot.
It doesn't say there, so I'm gonna either you want me to sing? No. You want me
Yes.
no. You want me to I mean I'm gonna have to Okay, let's let's do okay. I'm gonna hum it. You have to guess what song it is.
TLC Scrubs.
Yeah, okay, you got it. You said 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do what Disney movie contains the songs Love is an Open Door and Let It Go.
Frozen.
Yay! You
First
won!
edition.
You won! Ding, 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 ding. You won an Interstellar
What?
Lego spaceship
Oh my gosh.
to build with your daughter.
Aw.
Our daughter.
Wow.
Do you like it?
I love it.
I don't think it's the actual Interstellar thing, but
Of
it's called
course
Interstellar. It is?
It says it. You can't just write Interstellar on it.
That's what I thought too.
That's trademark, man.
You're welcome. You won.
Thank you so much.
It's because you won.
You're so considerate and thoughtful.
Thank you. Is that why you married me?
Is that part of the podcast? Or but yeah.
for one last activity.
Oh no, what is it?
I want you to get that phone right there, the retro vintage phone.
This one right here? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I want you to... this time, I'm not going to have you talk to yourself.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no. I want you to talk to Isabela and give her advice for when she's a teenager based on things you went through.
She's a teenager?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm calling her?
No, hang up, please. Ring, ring.
Hello? Hello? What are you doing with a cell phone, man? You're too young. Give it back to your mom. Goodbye.
No!
Hey.
You're right.
Hey, Isabella. What's up? You okay? Everything good? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, just want to talk to you for for a second. I know this is trippy right now, but you know I'm in a different timeline right now, and I'm in the future. I'm calling you back. I'm your ghost. I just wanted to remind you that everything's gonna be all right, and your parents love you very much, and always remember that you're loved and you're safe and you have a good life. So don't feel pressure to do anything that you don't feel like you have to do, whatever that is. Just be your own cool.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go. I'm doing a podcast with your
Sorry,
mom.
say I love you.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Wow. Yay.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, I love you very much. I'm so
I
glad I
love
married
you.
the coolest person in the entire
Thank
world.
you. This was a great experience. This is the best
Really?
podcast I've ever done.
You better say that. I'm kidding. I love you, baby.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Junior behind the cameras, and see you guys next time.
That was fun, man.